Hello, everybody. Happy Friday night, TGIF, as they say. Welcome to another fantastic episode of Nobody Cares Sports Show. I'm your host, Danny Shenad. I'm going to be with you tonight until, I guess, about the 10 o'clock hour. I can't stress this enough. Nobody cares. Tonight's broadcast is powered by our good friends, Williams Eyeworks, and, of course, Lebron team at EXP Realty. Where would we be without them? I can assure you where I would be right now if I were not wearing sweatpants in an unair-conditioned room, and that is sweating profusely live on the air for the masses, all negative 5,000 of our fans. So fantastic of all of you to join us this evening. We are broadcasting to you live from the beautiful, picturesque southern shores of New York City, the one and only town without pity, Staten Island. Stand up and represent. Tonight, I will be punishing myself with white wine, changing the pace up. I was thirsty and I was hot. So I figured white wine is, similar to like something that would relax you and get rid of the thirst. I'm not trying to say you guys get it, right? Nobody cares. Happy Friday. Good to see everybody. Fantastic broadcast on deck for you tonight. I'm just going to open this bottle here. So good to see everybody. Talk amongst yourselves. Shout out to the people watching, joining us on Facebook Live. Jimmy Hart, what's up, brother? Cousin Maureen, good to see you. Hear from you at least. Commodore coming on the broadcast this evening. And we also have the Chinese Bookie in store for you guys tonight. Kudos to these guys. Lots and lots and lots of credit considering there's absolutely no sports to talk about. But as the Commodore would say, change the show to nobody knows because nobody knows when sports is coming back. And I completely agree with him. We have in the digital green room going to join us in just a couple of moments. The one and only Pat Neubauer of New Power. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And I'm not trying to, confuse anybody out there. But we've been talking a lot about 5Ks. Jimmy, I'm doing well, brother. Thank you for tuning in this evening. To everybody at home, get yourself a beverage out of the fridge. This won't be easy. But Pat Neubauer is in our digital green room right now, and she is an athlete. We've been talking a lot about 5K and all of us getting together to see who could do the best time and yada, yada, yada. Well, she swims in the ocean, not just for fun, but competitively, which is truly incredible. So I don't really understand anybody that runs that doesn't have a dog chasing, but she does it maybe semi-professionally. I will call it professionally. But you're actually watching me sweat right now live as I attempt to open a bottle of wine on the air. So this is just like a sport in and of itself. Gonna get low with it. Getting it. Hooray! All right. There. Now that we've done that, I think we could have a successful broadcast. All right. White wine. Feel like an old lady. Good things all around. Well, coming on the broadcast first is Pat Neubauer. She's out of California, as people say, west of the Mississippi. She swims in the ocean competitively. She also bikes and runs. I believe they call that a triathlete. I would have to talk to the boys in the lab and see if that is, in fact, the case. But she will be joining us in just a couple of moments. And then, of course, after that, we're going to have the Commodore join us for his Commodore's report and the Chinese Bookie. Chinese Bookie, we'd like to get involved to get a little action here on the 5K race coming up this weekend. Nobody cares. Pat, if you're ready, give me a thumbs up. She is ready. All right, so bring her into the broadcast right now. We're going to bring in Pat Neubauer live from California. Let's see how this works out. Hey, Pat.
How you doing?
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well. What time is it in California? Like 1 in the afternoon?
It's almost noon. No, it's 5:43 right now.
Mm. All right, so we were talking earlier, and like I wanted you to kind of explain to our audience a bit of your story because you have a really unique and interesting story. You raced semi-pro in Germany, right? And now you're competing in California. How did that all start? Where did you get to where you are today, kind of?
All right, I try to make it short because it's a long story. So, I was a middle distance runner in Germany. So that's anything from like 400, 800 meters up to 3,000. And so my main event was the 800 meters, and I was pretty good at it. So fast forward, I competed semi-pro in Germany for the 800 meters, and then I applied all over the United States to get a sports scholarship to run track for university in the States, and I got accepted in New York. So I ran middle distance and cross country in New York. I studied there. And then fast forward, I graduated from there, and then I started working in New York, lived in Long Beach, and of course Staten Island. Um, and so after, let's say, 6 years, New York started to get a little bit more annoying with all the pressure and like 3 hours commute to work and 13-hour days and all that. So I decided to apply for a job on the West Coast. And for me, it was not easy because I had to have a certain, a visa sponsor because I'm still an immigrant. I was an immigrant. I'm still an immigrant. So so I applied all over the West Coast, and then luckily I found a company that was willing to do all this crazy paperwork and all that and sponsor me. And so then I got a bike because I thought I'd need, I mean,
You
I was
just got
riding.
you got a bike, so you started running, and then you were like, "I'm just going to put this show on wheels."
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like let me get a bike. First of all, I was approved for my first credit card. They never gave me a credit card because I was an immigrant. They thought I would never be able to pay anything back. So
Those immigrants never pay anything back. It's a fact.
correct.
Correct. Correct.
So I got my first bike, and I was riding around here. I'm like, that's really cool. And how about I would, try to do this a little bit more competitively. And Germans, swimming is mandatory in Germany. So I needed to learn how to swim when I was third grade. So that came easy to me. So I put everything together, hired a coach. And so he coached me from 2016 on. And my first race, I like placed fourth right away. So that was like, holy shit, I'm really good at that. So I was like,
like your first race in running, you placed fourth right away.
My first triathlon.
Oh wow, your first triathlon.
Yeah, I was like blasted everybody away on the bike. I was like, holy shit. I thought it was. I think it's because all this like middle distance running. It's not just like long distance. It gets you so much strength.
So, like, what part of Germany are you from? Like, did you grow up next to a nuclear power plant or something that gives you mutant strength?
Almost. I'm from Potsdam. Have you seen Bridge of Spies? With Tom Hanks?
Maybe. I'm very bad. I should know this.
These two agents over that bridge that connects West Germany with East Germany. Anyway, I'm from the East, so I was from the bad side.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes sense now. Got it. Okay. We won't put that on the ticker. Patricia's from East Germany. Yeah, got it.
I was 7 when the wall came down. I saw David Hasselhoff playing when it all came down.
While we're on the topic here, is David Hasselhoff the biggest thing in Germany?
He is. He still is.
Why?
I don't know. We think he's the shit. And he still thinks that he's the reason why the wall came down.
David Hasselhoff thinks that he brought down the Berlin Wall?
He did. He was performing on the wall when it came down with a leather jacket and like 20 light bulbs on it. We love this guy.
That's unbelievable. I hope to one day just be a tenth of David Hasselhoff status. So listen, Patricia, now that you're out there in California, working, doing your thing, you still have to work out inside with this whole COVID nonsense. What are you doing to kind of keep busy in the house? That is
in the house. So I have a race bike which can be put into a so-called trainer. So you literally take your racing bike and you attach it to a magnetic resistance tube kind of thing.
okay.
And so you can simulate everything that's going on outside. It's just you're riding and you're just not going anywhere. So it's boring AF. If you're
Is
like,
that's not like the Peloton machine that I see on TV with the screen?
Yeah, no, I don't do that. It's like, coach gives certain measurements, like I have to cycle a certain cadence, and then my effort has to be a certain effort from like strong, very strong, fast. So he goes by effort and time. But like I did that for a while inside. He said no biking outside because if you ever get injured, and that happened to a friend of mine, he broke his knee, and he still is waiting.
That's a horrible injury.
It sucks, and he's still waiting for surgery for 3 months now. Like they don't.
Wow. Is that because he's an immigrant?
No.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was because he was an immigrant. They were afraid he wasn't going to pay his medical bill. I got it.
The hospitals are overwhelmed with COVID people.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The COVID thing. I keep forgetting about this damn pandemic. I just think people want to talk to me on video. Well, no. So, but the kicker here is that you're not telling people that you actually have a broken foot.
Yeah, you don't see it, but I do.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't expect you to put your foot on camera right now.
Nice.
But having a broken foot, how did you break that?
So it was a stress fracture. You know what a stress fracture is?
I think you just step wrong.
No, it's like over time, your bones are not sustaining the pressure. So over time, it's like pressure until the bones just whatever, screw you. I'm just gonna give up.
Okay.
It's like
your body just quit on you. My liver did that. Yeah, I got it.
It's a hairline fracture. It's not like crazy bone sticking out, so you barely see it, but it's a fracture.
My liver has a stress fracture.
Your
Definitely.
liver?
Yes.
Oh,
just
same.
years and years and years and years. Anyway, so all right, we're doing a 5K coming up, right? I told you about this, right? We got to do it in the next like 7 days or so. Do you think that I'll be able to do a 5K quicker than you?
Considering that I have to, like, right now my training is shuffle and walk and shuffle and walk, you might actually.
I might. Okay, good. So I'm gonna Chinese Bookie. Are you there? I'm trying to see in our. I could see. Oh, here we are. Let's see if I could. Pat, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna see if I could bring in the Chinese Bookie to talk with us.
Yep.
Bookie.
Hello there. How are you, Dan?
Hey, man. All right, look, it's good to see you. Look, I'm going to bring Patricia back into the fold. Were you listening to us talk?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. So we're talking about who can do a 5K quicker, me or her with a broken foot, and she's a professional athlete. So she's not really allowed to, like, move fast because she has a broken foot. But it's not broken like me or you break a foot because she's like a mutant from East Germany. Anyway, I'm going to bring her back in. Be cool.
So in other words, she have a broken foot. Hi, how are you, Patricia?
Hi, Patricia. We were just talking about you. That's so crazy. It's good to see you.
Okay. So she have a broken foot, and you probably have to roll instead of run just to be able to participate in 5Ks. You probably have to crawl.
Yeah, well, I have to stretch for a long time. You know this. This is a personal attack. I don't want. You're just supposed to shout numbers.
So I have my monies. I put up the money lines out there. Patricia's, you'll be like a minus 140 if you take Patricia to win the race between you and her, and your money line will be like a plus 185. So
That's mine should be way higher. There's no way I'm going to win. So I don't think so. To explain to maybe all the listeners at home and maybe even to you, Patricia, I think what the bookie is saying is if you bet $100 on you to beat me, you win $140, right?
Yes.
And if you were to bet me 100,
No.
you'd win 180.
Sorry.
No?
You have to put 140 to win 100 if you bet on Patricia. Because she's the favorite. So for you, if you bet 100, you get 185, which is is underdog. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for explaining.
She's the favorite. You are the dog. Okay.
Great. Do you understand, Patricia?
Kinda.
Okay, great. Now I need you to pull a Pete Rose and cheat. Like let me win, and we'll split the money.
Cool, I can do that.
Awesome. USA and Germany getting along just like the old days.
Like
I know my world history.
David
Patricia, do you know the Chinese bookie?
No. Well, I've seen him, and you sent me a link.
Yeah. Yeah. He's internet famous. He is internet famous.
Are you from Staten Island?
The bookie? Oh, I don't even know where he's from.
No, right now I'm in China.
Oh, damn.
Right now is mornings over here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
the bookie is not in China.
He's not?
No. There's no way.
No, she's from Germany. I'm from China. Why? Why should I get, I'm a Chinese bookie. What do you mean I'm not from China? The only Chinese people is from China. That's why they call it the Chinese. If you're from America, is American. She's from Germany initially. I mean, her ancestors is from Germany, is born and raised here, so she is a Germany heritage.
Okay.
Yeah, I personally like to kind of shake things up a bit, like especially when I have one immigrant from one part of the world, I like to take an immigrant from the other part of the world and get them to talk to one another. And then whatever gets lost in translation, I just hope isn't offensive. So this is great right now, especially live.
Welcome to the twilight zone, okay?
Bookie, we have a lady
on
camera. Why is the phone always in your balls? We talked about this last episode.
Nobody cares.
Some people do care. All right, well, that's fine. Listen, we're gonna keep this going here, this rotation here, just so that you can meet not only the Chinese bookie but the Commodore as well, because these are the people that I have to compete with in this 5K, and then we're throwing in you. Personally, the Chinese bookie is my dark horse. I think that he's going to win. He's going to beat everybody. But Pat is, she's got a broken foot, so I feel pretty good. Commodore, I mean, I'm sorry, not good about your broken foot, about my chances. Anyway, Commodore, are you ready to come in and join this 5K conversation? Great. Okay, Pat, I just want to apologize right now for anything that's going to happen after this. Joining us right now is the master of disaster, legend in his own mind, the one and only Commodore, joining the broadcast. Welcome, welcome. Commodore, how the hell are you tonight?
You cheat.
Excuse me?
You cheat.
I cheat?
He tried to partner with Patricia just to beat me.
Just to beat you. He goes out and hires an Olympian to train him for the 5K walk, run, crawl. I still kick his ass. I'm still going to whip his ass.
She's in California.
Social virtually. Yeah, she's doing virtually. I do classes every day. You see my antics during the week. I'm doing kickboxing. I did Pilates. I did Zumba. I do everything online, virtual. Right, Patricia?
Yes, you're right.
Don't talk to him. Don't look at him. Okay.
I was just breaking the ice.
Okay. So Commodore said that you said a number at 54 minutes, right?
You set the number at 54. I said,
No,
can you break 54 minutes? And you said yes.
Patricia, what's the fastest time you've ever done a triathlon?
Well, it depends. There are different ones. Why?
I don't understand.
There's a sprint triathlon. There's a Olympic distance triathlon. We can talk about just the 5K. Maybe that's easier to understand.
We're talking about a 5K. You want to know about triathlon?
I want to know how quick. She's like,
Okay.
if we can talk about a bowl of cereal, if that's easier for you to understand, Dan. Maybe you don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the triathlon.
Did you see the
my
idiot who
fastest?
dropped a whole bowl of cereal on the train today in New York City?
See, I have to mute you in a second, Commodore. You're going off. Patricia, go
Do you
on.
maybe want to know my fastest 5K ever?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait, let me guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
top,
Let me guess.
no broken foot, like top 5K ever.
All right. Let the Commodore guess, and then we'll let the bookie guess. All right. So hold off on your answer.
Okay.
Commodore, what's Patricia's fastest 5K ever?
18 minutes, 10 seconds.
Okay. Bookie. Bookie.
Hello, Earth to Bookie.
What the hell are you doing, man?
He's got to go out and come back in.
I hate him.
Out and come back in.
I had to take the bookie out. I had to take him out. What's your fastest time?
Should I say now?
Yeah, no, the bookie. I'm going to bring the bookie back in. I mean,
Now we've never
Hey,
talked
Bookie.
before, right?
can you hear us?
We've never talked about this before, right, Patricia?
Yeah, that's right. But you are very close.
All right. I can't hear the bookie. He's like frozen in time. There he goes. He's gone now. Now he's just gone. Yeah, you might as well just tell us. Go ahead.
Okay, it was 18:30.
18:30.
Yeah, and that was really fast for like a distance runner. That was like those
Excellent.
girls. They
And
run
I only,
way faster. It's
wait a minute.
insane.
No, I only missed it by 20 seconds.
You did.
18:30. I'll never. I can't break 40 minutes
Yeah. Dan,
ever.
Dan,
Yeah.
you can't do a mile in 18
Oh, he's back.
Oh, the
minutes
bookie's
and 30
back.
seconds.
All right. Bookie,
Oh,
welcome back
shit.
to the broadcast.
Where'd you go?
The sound is bad. It's breaking up.
Yeah. I could hear fine. No, I
For
can't.
some reason, I can't.
Yeah.
We can hear you, Bookie. You're totally fine. Listen, dude, she said she runs a 5K in 18 minutes and 30 seconds.
Past tense.
Past tense. She did that. It
Yeah,
happened.
that's her. She said that was her best time or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's tremendous.
So,
I can't hear you.
Oh, shit.
That's
I'm
we
sorry,
don't want you
Bookie.
to hear us.
We're going to have to remove the bookie, and we'll bring him back on later. But, Pat, listen, there's people at home like the Commodore stuck in the house. I know you got this damn bike that you're training with, but can you give anybody some tips on how they can stay in shape? Because there are, I got to be honest with you, I've been trying to kill myself with different types of food, just like personal challenges. I think other people are doing the same thing. So can you give anybody, like the average person, guy or girl at home, some exercises that they could do?
are
Can you help me?
Me or the Commodore? Me or the Commodore?
Come on.
Me,
Yeah.
anybody.
Oh, okay.
You, Patricia.
No, listen,
can
I'm
you
good. What do you want to do?
Commodore
Pat?
for
I'm
aerobics
game.
exercises?
All right. So first of all, you have to train at least 3 times a week. Other than that, it's just maintaining or not moving forward.
I train
So-
6 times a week.
Good. That's even better. But 3 times should be the minimum. And you still can go outside. I mean, the best is still, in the end, it's 20% workout, 80% diet anyway. So if you
Yep.
maybe try like 30-minute run 3 times a day or whatever other cardio, and then watch your diet, you should be fine. And then I have a TRX band here. That's cool. You can do that.
What's
You
a
can-
TRX band?
Oh, that'll kill you, Dad.
I'm gonna grab it.
TRX is great, man.
Oh,
It's where let me explain it. It's where you suspend yourself from a wall using, like, you know, the rings that the acrobat hang on?
Yes.
Well, that's what TRX is. Am I right, Patricia?
Yeah,
You hook that thing up to the ceiling or some shit?
Or you can even put it in your door or around the tree or whatever. And then it's hanging, right? And so
We're going to get a demo here. This is great.
You can put your feet in or your arms, and you can do push-ups. You can do sit-ups. You can do, like, you know, cycling simulation kind of. It's cool. It's so hard. It's really hard.
Yeah. So that hooks up to the wall or somewhere. And then at the bottom, you see, show the handles right there, Dad. So you grab those things and, like, you hang. You could put your feet in those and then do push-ups.
Yep.
Torture.
And that's
torture.
really hard.
I can't do that.
You can't?
I used to do, listen, I used to do that at the YMCA on Broadway with Dom Spinelli about 3 years ago.
It's cool.
We took 3 sessions of that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. That'll jack you up, man. It's tough, though. It's really hard.
No shot. All right. Anything else?
Dan.
Anything? Do you have any other contraptions lying around the house?
Do you have anything simple you could show Dan to do that might get him to walk around the block?
Walk around the block, and you know everything that's like body weight workout, like planks. I mean, I hate planks.
Planks is horrible.
And
is there any exercise that's fun?
Not really.
You like push-ups, Dan. You do a lot of push-ups.
Yeah, they're not fun though.
But
is there anything where you're like, that was a lot of fun?
What if you just go outside around Staten Island?
Have you been to Staten Island?
I live there.
Oh, you've been, so you understand how great it is, how much stuff there is to do. Well, there's nothing to do here in a pandemic, so you could just walk around the block a lot of times, which is how we're going to have to do our 5K anyway.
You can walk the poor dog until the dog's paws are bleeding, like a lot of people are doing.
Do you have a bike?
You know what? I want to make sure that the Commodore and the Chinese Bookie don't do their 5K on flat land or like walking all downhill or some shit. How do I know?
So we're beginning to think about the race a little bit. What kind of terrain we should walk on? Should we do it on a windy day or a calm day?
It shouldn't be terrain. It should be a sidewalk that's flat. It shouldn't be a terrain.
Yeah, I think you should have to walk in a pouring rain 5K.
Sounds horrible.
That's
be a great sight. You'd be like Forrest Gump. All your followers from Nobody Cares Sports Show could follow you. You could put on a smiley T-shirt. Be great. Got to maintain social.
Patricia.
You got to maintain social distancing though, 6 feet apart at all times.
Bookie, does your audio work?
Mine?
The Chinese Bookie.
Oh.
You look like Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know. Nothing.
Are you alive?
Dude, I can't tell if your fucking audio works unless you say a word. You're looking at the camera, not speaking.
Well, wait, now, Dan, don't get upset here. Don't get upset. I'm going to tell him. This is for canon. Bookie, Chinese guy, right?
It's breaking loud.
There you go.
Maybe you should plug your earphones in again. Tell him to plug his earphones. His earphones are not in right.
This phone is made in China.
Did you run a 50-yard freestyle? Is that a thing?
Let's go back to this over here. We're talking about breaking 54 minutes into 5K.
Wait, hold on. I just muted the Commodore.
Okay.
You can't just hijack the show. I'm in the middle of something. Hold on.
Well, I put
somebody. Yeah, I'll mute your ass too, Bookie. Now you want to start talking? Hold the damn phone. Is there something called a 50-yard freestyle, or is somebody in my chat fucking with me?
Are you talking about swimming? Yeah.
Oh, it is. All right.
Swimming, sure. I don't know.
Have you ever done that?
In training, but not in racing. I'm not fast enough swimming.
Oh, okay. So there's your answer, guys in the chat. The Commodore seems to not understand that when I mute him, that doesn't mean that his video goes away. So when I mute him, he throws a physical temper tantrum Shit!
I swim. I'm a swimmer. Do the 50-yard freestyle.
What kind of show is that?
Come on,
I
man.
can't
I'm a
believe
swimmer. I swim.
Where do you swim?
Ah,
Where do you swim?
I'm
swim.
out of here.
Let me tell you, I swim. I swim for 30 minutes. I swim 3/4 of a mile 3 times a week when I can get in the water. Yeah.
Where?
I'm a specimen. Yeah.
But where
You're a
do you do that?
specimen. A specimen.
Where? I
At
swim
the
at the Broadway
aquarium, you
Y.
belong.
I swim at the Broadway YMCA, and I swim right here at Club 61. You're welcome to come over and take a dip the next time you're in town.
Sure.
Well, I just got rid of it. I'm sorry. We'll bring him back, but that was too much. What just happened? Patricia, thank you for joining us tonight. I think we've taken really enough of your time.
I
But
had a lot of fun.
do you want to do this? You want to do this 5K with us? Even though you have a broken foot, you can walk around your living room a bunch of times.
Sure.
All right, great. You have to beat my time. So that should be incredibly easy. So we'll keep track of you, but
He couldn't even hold up himself.
yeah, keep making fun of me in broken English and broken technology. Watch what happens. I can't understand anything. Turn your Wi-Fi on. Hear me out. Do you have an Instagram?
She can beat you by 1 foot.
No, she's gonna beat me by 1 foot. Ha, ha, I got it. Do you have Instagram, and you have a charity that you work with, New Power, that you created, right? You want to promote that a little bit before you break out of here?
Yeah, so I help underprivileged athletes in Africa, mostly Kenya, and Ethiopia and Ghana to get a sports scholarship in the United States. So I'm trying to help them get into the States, get education, run for the team, and then either stay in the States or just give it back to their country when they come back. So it's hard right now during the pandemic because everybody's concerned about that. But still, after this is all easing out a bit, I would like to attack this project again. So if you want to go on the website, it's www.newpower, N-E-U, and then power.org. You can check it out.
That's awesome. Awesome. Good stuff all around. And your Instagram is a journey through the, just a physical journey. You put up, first of all, you're really good at Photoshop, number one. And number two, you seem to put up a lot of pictures of you doing a lot of, running, swimming, biking. And you seem to like one day be in a rainforest and then the next day in the desert. Are these real places? Half of them have to be real? I mean, your Instagram is a lot of fun. What is your Instagram like for people who want to look you up?
Pat Neubauer, PatNeubauer. Excellent.
Check out Pat Neubauer on Instagram. You too can see her cycling through the desert and doing 50-meter freestyle swims.
Sure.
Is that right? Nobody cares. Thank you so much for joining us. And then we're going to keep in touch with you for this 5K. And maybe, what are those things you had? The TRX things?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, good. I'm going to buy those on Amazon drunk later. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
They're awesome. Okay, Pat, thank you so much for coming on the broadcast. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Be good. Bye.